Like you know that it's releasing our strategic reserves would put downward pressure on the price. So him not releasing it wouldn't put downward
Wait,
pressure on the
wait.
price. That makes no sense.
Why would us getting rid of that put downward pressure on the price?
Because you release
Maybe
it
I'm
into the
wrong. So
market.
I'm here to listen.
You release supply into the market, it increases the supply.
Yes, we released it to foreign countries.
Yeah, so it
We
would
sold it off to China.
yeah,
We sold
which
it off to India. We showed it
only
off
parts,
to.
only some of it was in U.S. markets, but others was in other countries around the world, and that's an aspect of the cost of production for countries around the world, including in the United States, which would cause global reduction in inflation. Then
Global reduction in inflation. I didn't see that when our inflation was going up, skyrocketing
I'm
through the
saying
Biden
inflation for gas
administration.
prices, dude. That's what I was referencing.
Okay, I understand, but I'm talking about overall. Okay, I get what you're saying. So I'm talking about overall inflation.
Yeah, which we can help with by referencing cost of production, by impacting cost of production, making that less expensive.
Yeah, yeah. So, but
Okay.
so are you saying that we should keep most of our manufacturing jobs outside of America because the cost of production would go up by bringing it back here?
I'm saying that we shouldn't impose tariffs unless they're targeted specifically for specialized manufacturing. Otherwise, I wouldn't like force certain, industries to exist in the United States that don't otherwise exist here. Stephanie, thank you for the $15. Thank you so much, Stephanie. I really appreciate it. Get some W's for Stephanie in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Stephanie. Thank you. So do you have a response to anything I just
So,
said?
there. No, I was just going to ask you. So, if you were going to pick somebody from the Democratic Party to run for president that you would vote for and feel confident for, who would you choose?
Ro Khanna or AOC?
AOC, based on. I'm sorry, but what has AOC actually done besides scream at the screen about socialism and having social programs? I'm
What's
sorry,
wrong about
I
having
don't know
social
what she's ever
programs? And
passed.
she doesn't advocate for
Well, I
socialism.
mean, we do practice some socialism when it comes to roads and stuff like that, but overall, it's
And
at
and
what point?
So then, like, what is
Okay,
socialism? Are you just saying it's social programs?
what is the tax rate for the current 1%?
Are you saying effective tax rate or marginal tax rate for income
Whatever.
tax?
I'm I am not as well book read as you, but I'm saying overall income tax. Isn't it
Yeah,
around about the 50
effective or
55%?
effective or marginal? Because for marginal would be the brackets for the top like percentage points, but if you're talking about effective, I'd have to check. For top marginal tax rate, it's 37% currently.
Okay, so how high would a high enough be for that? Because we currently are not taxing anybody below what is again, I don't have any information
I'm
in front
okay
of
with
me, so I'm going
taxing
by.
people who make multi-million dollars per year up to 50%.
Okay, and so this is what's going to happen though, is that it's never going to get passed federally. You know that, right?
What do you mean? We could do
Okay,
that. I mean, most people in this country want to tax the rich.
so how okay, do they? So you're telling me 51%? Okay, so then why is it that when Democrats were running or Republicans, if the majority of people want it, why was it never enacted during anybody's administration?
Because Congress doesn't represent the people in every circumstance. Actually, Congress is
Like
very
Nancy Pelosi,
disproportionately representative of specifically white men, right? Not specifically the rest of the
white
country.
men,
Yeah, it's like 70% of Congress is white men.
right? Okay. So how much is the percentage of white men or white people in America? I mean, should
It's
there, I mean, if
I just
demographically
only know
wise, I mean,
men are half the population in of itself, right? And then if we want to reference white people, it's just above 50,
so
60. It's
everybody
around
can vote. Why
60%.
is it why is it everybody keeps on voting in these white men then? Because they didn't just like walk in there and say, "Oh, this is my job. I'm going to take it." They're getting voted in. And there's a lot of them that I wish wouldn't be on both sides, to be honest with you.
So we're just saying that like it disproportionately doesn't represent our population, and that's obviously
I'm talking about
gerrymandering.
overall with the
Let me. I'm
demographics
trying to
with.
finish. I'm trying to finish.
Sorry,
Gerrymandering,
I apologize.
gerrymandering. There's also like just how the certain seats are set up in terms of like the certain areas. are incredibly relevant,
So,
especially with private funding of campaigns.
so you're against what the gerrymandering and the redistricting in Texas, correct?
Sorry, repeat that.
Oh, I said you're against what they're doing with the districting and gerrymandering in Texas. Is that correct?
I disagree with all gerrymandering, but
Okay, even in Illinois.
I'd be willing to gerrymander in response to Republicans gerrymandering though.
Well, I mean, this is what, and that's the problem is that, one side does it when they're in power, and then the other side gets in power, and they do it back
So
and
get rid
forth
of
and back and forth.
gerrymandering. That's why gerrymandering is
I
bad.
say give. I know, I agree with you on that.
But if
I
you guys
think
are going to
also there should be
gerrymander, we're
an.
not going to just sit here and let you do it. We're going to gerrymander the fuck out of you
Well,
guys.
but
The
see, that's the
entirety of
attitude that
California
both
is going to
sides
be
has
blue
with each
just like
other.
that. We how quickly we can make California blue just like that. Okay? So I want to make that clear that if they do that, we will fucking do it too. Yeah, if they do that, we'll make all of California blue and we'll fucking do it to every single blue state in this country because we're going to fucking fight back. We're not going to sit there and let Republicans take over. We're going to fight back. We're going to gerrymander right back if they try to gerrymander us.
Dude, look
Every
at
blue state will
Illinois'
be all blue.
gerrymandering.
What's up?
Dude, I said, look at Illinois. Look how much they gerrymandered that. Look at New
It's
York. Look at
wait.
New Jersey. I
Yeah,
mean,
if you
dude,
want to
but
take
this
a
is the
look at them,
problem.
oftentimes the gerrymandering helps the Republicans.
Okay, so agree to disagree, but the fact is that your entire thing is, well, if they do it, I'm gonna do it. How
Yeah.
about just nobody does it?
I'm not gonna just sit there and let them do it.
And that's exactly what the other side is saying about you, which makes it fucking stupid.
So get rid of gerrymandering.
I agreed. That's my
Okay.
point.
But until you get rid of it, I'm gonna respond. Like I'm gonna tell people to respond in the Democratic Party. I'm gonna support Gavin
And how
Newsom
did that
making the
work for you with
entirety
the
of
Supreme
California
Court?
blue because I'm not gonna let Republicans sit here and take the rights away from Americans, right? People's
Which rights are
constitutional
being
rights
taken
away.
away?
Bodily autonomy
Which
rights,
constitution?
constitutional rights in terms of due
Body
process.
autonomy, dude. I'm sorry, but body autonomy. What about the fact that men have to sign up for the select service to vote and women don't? Is that body
No,
autonomy when they're getting drafted and sent over to die?
that's no one's getting drafted, right? And also,
I
I
know,
don't
but it's
agree.
happened before.
I think no one should have to sign up.
Okay, so what happens if there's a war? So we're just gonna go with volunteers?
Yes, that's exactly what we're gonna do.
Dude, you're ignorant. I mean, dude,
Hey, okay, so
why
we
do you think
can't do
they're?
that.
Why do you?
So he thinks we need the draft. Okay, so then you want to draft women?
Yes, of course. I
Okay,
think
so you want
everybody
everyone to be drafted above
that
the age of
lives
18.
here
So
should.
everyone above the age of 18 should be drafted, right? Should be up for the draft.
Yes, if it comes down
Okay,
to
so
it,
I
I
have a
hope it
question.
never does.
So would you ever support a candidate that dodged the draft?
I don't know, depending on what.
On
I
multiple
don't
have
vote
on
on a
multiple
single. Wait,
occasions. On multiple occasions, like 3
can I
times.
finish what I'm saying?
Yeah, sorry.
Can I finish what I'm saying, please?
I
No problem.
apologize.
No, what I'm saying, yeah, you're good, man. Don't worry about it. So my thing is this: is that I don't look at that and say, oh, I would never vote for somebody that did. I look at all the different kind of things, what their beliefs are in different things. I mean, no candidate's ever going to have the exact beliefs as you. You're going to agree and disagree with certain things. Do I agree with that draft dodging? No, I don't. But that's not going to take away me saying that they're automatically not able to be that in that office. I mean, dude, we haven't even had anybody in the military since. Well,
Okay.
I don't count George W. Bush, and
Can
he
I ask you a
draft dodged
question?
it
So,
too.
are you pro-life?
Sure, I am pro-life, except for certain circumstances.
So, you think in most circumstances it should be illegal to get access to an abortion?
I think that if you're using it as birth control, that should definitely be
How about
off the
this?
table.
If Donald Trump in any state in this country made it legal, right, for great victims, or not legal, sorry, made it illegal for great victims to get access to an abortion, would you not vote for him?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
If would you not vote for Donald Trump if he made it legal in any state in the country, or illegal in any state in the country for a woman who
But
was
he can't do
assaulted to get an
that.
access
That's
to an abortion?
he can't do that. The president doesn't have that power.
I'm
That
asking
question
if he
is
did anything
ludicrous.
if he did anything that led to that happening, would you support him?
Well, Again, I don't know because I'm not a one issue voter. I mean, but the thing is that the Supreme Court didn't take it away. They get it down to states' rights.
Can you tell me one thing Donald Trump could do that you would get you to stop supporting the guy?
I mean, there's a lot of things.
Like,
Uh, if he murdered somebody, if
was
there
held civilly
actual
liable of
definitive
sexual abuse?
civilly, not he wasn't prosecuted.
How about if
though.
he incited
And
a violent
honestly,
insurrection at the Capitol and then pardoned violent rioters that beat cops?
beat cops. That sounds familiar. I think I've seen a lot of that with the other side as well.
Really? Like, name one time a Democrat pardoned a violent rioter who beat a police officer and was convicted of it.
Couldn't name it off the top of my head, but name one time President Trump gave pardons to family members that hadn't been convicted of crimes yet.
You mean preemptive pardons?
Yeah,
What's wrong with a preemptive pardon? When Donald Trump has gone after like his political opponents.
And they went after Trump too. As soon as you left office, every single fucking state. Yes.
No.
Yes,
Donald,
New York, Georgia,
they went after him
Washington,
specifically
DC.
over things that he did, not things that he didn't do.
Like what? No, if it wasn't proven in a court of law, sorry.
It was, and you don't accept it.
It
still.
was.
The
Civilly.
34 felonies, the held civilly liable of sexual abuse. Do you accept all of those? Because that was a jury.
Civilly.
A jury
Civilly.
that you, okay. Well,
Civilly.
you don't accept
He
civil.
was convicted civilly.
So do you accept the
He was not prosecuted
So
for
do
it.
you accept the criminal case against Donald Trump?
Which one?
The 34 felonies.
For what?
The 34 felonies for falsification of business records in the first degree.
Was he convicted of it?
Yes.
Okay. And what was his sentence?
He was sentenced, right? Convicted and sentenced for the 34 felonies already.
Okay. So what was the sentence?
Like, he didn't end up going to prison because he was elected president.
Well, if you don't like the law, change it. But
Well,
the thing is that
Wait, I'm sorry.
Dude,
Do you accept? Do you accept?
What I'm saying is,
Holy shit! He can't answer a question. Do you accept the conviction?
I accept the conviction, sure. But
Okay.
do I think that should keep him from being president?
Then,
No.
Sure. Then let me ask this question: would you vote for Donald Trump if he were held civilly liable of sexually abusing a child?
So again, why is it that it has to be civilly? Why can't any of this be proven in a jury trial? Why is it always based
Civil
on
courts have
civil?
juries. I'm saying a
Oh,
jury,
sorry.
a
I
jury
mean
of
a
9 people.
prosecutorial.
There is prosecution. In the context of a jury, unanimous decision of 9 people, right? In the context of the jury.
Was he found guilty and was he found guilty of sexual assault?
Jesus Christ, he was held.
Oh my god, this is so difficult. Oh my god, shut up, dude. I mean, like, seriously, y'all lost and then you want to fight back and you have 0 fucking people that you can even get close to elected. I mean, dude, AOC, are you fucking kidding me? Dude, she's a fucking bartender. At least fucking Donald Trump, whether or not
What did Donald
you like
Trump
him or
do?
don't,
Bankrupt 6
he's
times.
just a billionaire.
Bankrupted 6 times because he
Bankrupt 6
inherited
times,
400
but he still
million.
got billions of
Hey,
dollars.
I'd be a billionaire too if I inherited $400 million from my dad.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
What would you invest it in?
An index fund, and I'd be a billionaire. Half of his net worth is Truth Social. Okay, don't act like he's like amazing, incredible for the position he's in.
I didn't say it was amazing. I'm just saying.
Then
dude,
what's wrong with
whatever he's-
Then what's wrong with Sorry, I meant to say what's wrong with AOC specifically being a bartender?
The fact is that dude, she's such a fucking liar. She's talking about a woman from the Bronx.
She also
and
has a degree in economics. Did you know that?
Oh, I've seen her talk. You can really fucking tell she has one.
Yeah, she does. She's way smarter than you. Her
Could
IQ
be.
is like 4
Maybe
times
not.
higher than yours, dude. Like genuinely.
Oh gosh, we're gonna go to insults now.
That's not an insult. It's a fact
insulting
of reality.
other people, not you.
I'm seriously not insulting. I just
Bro,
gave a fact of
bro,
reality.
dude.
Didn't you just try to
Okay, well,
insult
I
AOC? Now
tested
you're
it.
wait. You're gonna cry when I insult you, but not when you
I
insulted
didn't cry
AOC.
at all. I just
you just
said
started
that
crying.
Did I insult you though? No, I
You
literally
insulted
didn't,
AOC.
But if you want to,
Yeah,
I
thank you for the
did, not
$10.
you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
No, I didn't. But I haven't. Have I insulted you? Have I put you down at all?
You insulted AOC.
So what? You're not AOC.
So?
You insulted Donald Trump. Did I get fucking offended by that? No.
Yeah, you
Why are
did.
you so offended
You just got
on
offended by
behalf
me
of a?
mocking.
This
Wait,
is what
you
Democrats
did just get offended
dude.
by
This
me
is what
mocking
Democrats
Trump.
do.
You did just get
This is
offended by me
what. No,
mocking
I didn't
Trump.
get offended.
Yes,
I
you did.
didn't at all. No, I didn't. I just disagreed with you. There's a difference.
No, you clearly got
Offending is
offended.
you said something
You're
bad about my
clearly butthurt
candidate.
right now. He's so offended right now, chat. Look how offended this
Okay.
absolutely
Yeah, yes. If
sensitive
you keep on
snowflake.
repeating the same thing over and over again, it makes
I
it
mean, you
true.
sound like a
If you're the
sensitive
one that
snowflake
talks
right now.
higher and talks more than the other person and makes what you're saying true, that's fine.
I can hear
I
based
don't
upon the
care.
tone of your voice.
Yes, because I have to raise it because you're raising yours.
It's
So
not
I
about
have
you
to kind of
raising
go
your
in
voice. It's
octagon.
about the way in which you're speaking.
Okay, that's
You
fine. You
clearly
can
sound
say that.
emotional, overly emotional about the fact that I just disagreed with you.
No, I don't. You disagree with me. That's fine. That's what America is about, is having is disagreeing with people and not getting all fucking butthurt about it. I'm not upset. You can not like Donald Trump until the day you die. I don't give a shit. I don't like AOC, but you apparently, if I insult her, it's like you think you have to be offended on her behalf.
Well, I'm just
And
asking
that's the
why it's
thing.
okay for you to insult her.
Why is it not?
Why is it not okay for me to insult you?
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
I can say what
I
I
can
want.
say what I
Yeah.
want too.
Exactly, and I don't care.
Well, you
I'm not
clearly were
telling
mad
you
about
can't.
that. You were so emotional. You were in your
I
feelings
wasn't
about that.
clearly, dude. You just keep on
I said that
repeating
AOC was
yourself.
smarter than you, and it made you so mad. And you're
Yes.
clearly emotional about it.
No, I'm just saying that you're wrong, so that's fine.
Well, I have freedom of
You
speech,
can be
right? And I'm
wrong,
not
and I'm
wrong.
fine with it.
There's just nothing wrong about what I said. What
What
did I say that was
definitive
wrong?
proof do you have?
That she's
What
smarter than
definitive
you?
proof that you have? Yes.
Yeah. Well, multiple things. She has a degree in economics. Secondly, it is the case that she actually advocates for policy that's effective, like universal health care access, Medicare for all,
Universal
childcare.
healthcare.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
great thing. Universal health care is
Okay.
amazing.
Is it
Amazing.
okay? And how
Yeah,
much is that going to
it's
cost?
amazing. It would be
$7
it would
trillion
save us
over the next 10
not
years.
true. It would save us $450 billion per year, according to a Yale study. So 4.5 trillion over the
Oh, a
next 10
Yale
years would be
study.
saved.
Okay, yes. If Yale says it, then it must be true.
Especially this one. So I mean, it's just a study. It's just a study that it would be cheaper, and also we can look at other universal healthcare models around the world.
By the way, what's
where
your
they have
degree
almost
in?
they have almost half the per capita healthcare costs comparative to us. What's my degree in? Economics.
Economics. Awesome. Okay. So you know more about economics than me. Doesn't make just because that you know something more about a specific area of something doesn't make you overall smarter.
That's fine. I never said that.
Okay.
I just pointed to the
Yeah,
fact that
you said it about AOC. You
I
said
said it was a
she's four
measure.
times smarter than me.
Yeah, she is smarter than you.
Yeah, you said four times, which would be.
Yeah, I mean,
So
wait.
what
Can
is
you
her
give me any
IQ?
reason to believe you're smarter than her?
I didn't say it was smarter. I just
Yeah,
said
you
I'm
did.
not four times dumber. Well, yeah, I did. You're right. I am smarter than her.
Okay, so what makes you think that?
Well, the fact is that
How many
I
branches of
don't know.
government are
Just
there?
am. Three:
What are they?
judicial, executive. Can't remember the third. Off the top of my head.
How many continents are there?
7.
What are they?
Australia. You know what, dude? Okay, I'm gonna say them real quick, but then this rapid fire shit is over. Okay, you have Asia, you have Australia, you have Europe, you have Africa, North America, South America. I guess you can count Antarctica.
Okay, man. Okay, man. Surprising. You got most of them, right? Surprising. But you did not get the three branches of government. I guarantee AOC would know the three branches of government. That's one thing.
Congressional,
Legislative.
legislative. Sorry, off the top of my head, I had forgotten.
That's okay.
It's
Totally
okay
okay.
though.
But stop claiming you're so much smarter than AOC and like AOC is not smart enough to be in the position she is or not qualified to be in the position she is because she was a bartender in the past.
Dude, the reason
It
why
makes
she's
you
in
it
the
makes it
position
makes
is
you
she
look
primaried
it
somebody.
makes you look incredibly childish to demean her intelligence just because she worked as a bartender in the past. Like what? Nothing about being a bartender means that you're not smart. Like what?
You know what? That is true. I take that back.
Okay, so then like, why'd you use that to deflect
I
away
was
from
wrong.
everything we were talking about? Like you were saying, oh, the
No,
Democratic
it's okay.
Party.
No, 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 no. Listen, hey, listen. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and so I said I was wrong.
Okay. All right. So like, what policy of Trump's do you support?
So yeah, I do support. I support southern borders. I support the ICE. The ICE. Listen to me. I support ICE, and I think that it's if somebody's here illegally, and not only that, but then they commit another crime, that should be grounds for deportation. I believe the tariffs are going to work. They have been
Okay, can I
working.
can I address any of these?
Uh,
So, what's a tariff?
sure, of course. A tariff is when we put a percentage of the goods coming from one country back to our country. So it would be like if they were selling us steel, we would up it 20. If it was at 20%, then we would up the price buying from another country over buying from us.
Okay, so it's a tax on an imported good, and who pays that tax is the American business importing the product that passes it down to the American consumer. So tariffs are not good for us, especially on a universal basis, as they increase the cost of consumer products, right, and make them more expensive for
It
the
could also
average
be used as
American,
a
which is a
negotiation
regressive
tactic in
negative
order to.
impact, which has a regressive negative impact on working class individuals. You say you can use it specifically as a like negotiating mechanism. Well, can you give me any
Hey, just say,
circumstance of him
hey,
using
dude, I've
tariffs
really
to get
enjoyed
us
it.
some type of
Hey, 1 second,
negotiation or
dude,
trade deal
dude.
that leads to better conditions in
Okay,
terms of
I
trade?
gotta go. I have a phone call. No, no, I have a phone call. I just really appreciate your time.
Sure.
You know. Yep, and you have a good day, man.
Good night. Good night. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet this set of criteria on the screen. Matt, thank you so much for the $10. Marie with the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go on the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Southern, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Gina, thank you for the $5. They're playing music. I got to go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. We're just looking for some debates. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream. If you're on TikTok, do tap that screen. It will help get it out to more people. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Can you hear me?
How old are you?
I'm 21.
You're 21. What's your birth year?
2003.
And what state do you live in?
Florida.
Florida. What time is it?
What do you mean by believe?
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, Trump is way better, bro.
You're literally like 8 years old. So the next person, only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. We're just looking for some debates. Please, everyone, only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's
Hello?
up? How old are you?
I'm 22.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Oh, yeah, I do.
What's your birth year?
Oh, 2002.
In what month?
November.
Okay, for sure. User 67. How old are you?
I'm 21.
What's your birth year?
2004.
Okay. What month?
January.
And do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
Okay. Why do either of you support Donald Trump? Purdy, thank you for the subscription.
Basically, just a lot better than the other option.
How so?
Uh, I would say just in like I don't know if we can even say it on TikTok, but deportations. I don't know. Don't kick me off for saying that.
No, I won't. You can totally say that. What about deportations?
I mean, I think that the other candidates weren't really as strong on deportations as Trump. That's personally why I went for Trump.
And why do you think deportations are good?
Why do I think deportations are good? I
Yeah.
think that if you're going to come into the country, you should come in legally.
Sure, but like, if you want people to go through the legal process, you want to incentivize them to go through the legal process to a greater extent. Well, then you can give them a greater incentive by giving them a pathway to citizenship if they're in the country and they haven't committed a violent crime or bad crime, because otherwise they're going to stay in the country undocumented, right? And they're not going to go through the vetting process. So
But they
incentivize
came
them
here
to go through the
illegally.
vetting. I understand, but I don't think it's such a bad crime insofar as you should be deported. And also, you voted for a convicted criminal held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman that pardoned violent rioters who beat cops on January 6th and then called them patriots. So, I mean, if you want to talk about enforcing the law, clearly your side didn't enforce the law in terms of your very president of the United States that you advocated for.
I think both parties there's a bunch of corruptness, and overall, I think the best candidate to run our country was Trump. But on both sides, there's definitely a lot of stuff that is shady. But I just think Trump is the better candidate to run our
But how
country.
so?
I agree.
I just think he was a businessman.
With
I
6
think our
bankruptcies.
country. Hey, you learn from your failures.
Exactly.
Yeah, name one good businessman with 6 bankruptcies.
Trump.
Outside of Trump. You obviously know that was indicated in my question.
That's a good question.
Night Blade, thank you for the
Yeah, it is a good
$4.21
question.
for pay the internet bill. Cinda, thank
I
you so
will
much for
say this,
$20.
though,
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Cinda.
I will say this. I mean, both sides are definitely corrupted by the Israel government. So, I mean, hey, man, it is what it is.
Okay, well then why do you support the guy who says he supports Israel more? Why do you
Well,
support the
Kamala
guy
supports
Kamala?
Israel as well. Her
Wait,
husband
so
was
then
Israeli.
did Kamala Harris talk about going and taking over the entirety of Gaza and turning it into real estate development and beachfront property
I think that's
without a
better
right to return for
plan than
Palestinians?
what's happening right now.
What's up?
I think that's a better plan than what's happening right now. I mean, many people are being
Under
unalived,
and that's under Trump's presidency, correct?
as well as under Biden's.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that it happened under Biden's, but what I'm pointing to the fact of the matter is that Donald Trump clearly is allowing for Israel to do significantly more, Netanyahu to do significantly more.
And I think that's the one point where I can agree on.
Okay.
Actually, well, not more, but I can agree that both sides. I mean, I can sort of agree with you on. That's probably the only thing that we'll probably agree on. But
Okay, so then
yeah.
what point is the reason why you support Donald Trump? Because it's clearly not about the corruption as it relates to Israel. Thank you so much for all the subscriptions, by the way. Thank you so much, Purdy. I really appreciate it.
Well, like I said, I voted for Trump. I mean, I hope that he turns things around. I mean, I liked when he said that he was going to cut ties with Netanyahu, but obviously didn't. But I mean, like I said, man, both sides are going to play for Israel. I mean, in the future, I'll only vote for a candidate has $0 donated to AIPAC.
Through APEC. So then, I mean, you're still not answering why you think that Donald Trump is better.
Why I think he's better? I mean, like I said, the deportations, I think he did a good job on.
Okay, but why
I mean,
are
definitely,
deportations good? Like, what good quality do you get from deporting people? Is it just
I
enforcement of
mean,
the
you guys
law?
could
Because
laugh,
it's
but I
not.
mean, that stuff was really happening. I mean, it was overplayed, the cats and the dogs, but I mean, like, that stuff was really happening. And I think to be an American,
What was really happening?
all of that stuff, man, with the immigration. I mean, people were like, no, people aren't eating cats and dogs and geese and stuff. But I mean, like, literally in Ohio, I have cousins in Ohio, and people were literally stealing geese. I mean, it is,
Okay,
and
so
I mean,
so
with the Haitians. Last point.
there's no sources at all that people who immigrated to the country
Parker, I
were
have a
eating
question.
cats, dogs, or geese. What you're referencing, right, is a video from Canton, Ohio, of a U.S. citizen, a U.S.-born citizen that has nothing to do with any immigrant.
I have a question.
Purdy,
So
thank you for the 5 subscriptions.
what about what happened in Georgia with that girl and that illegal where he like murdered her?
Wait, where?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
He's talking about the one case
Like, there's a situation where someone died to an undocumented immigrant?
where they like stuffed her in a drain pipe.
That's horrible to hear. Like, I mean, I don't know why you're generalizing that into all undocumented immigrants. There are plenty of cases
No,
where...
I'm not. I'm saying he's saying that there was an undocumented immigrant who, like, or I think, yeah, it was
But if
just
he
one
wasn't
of them.
here,
The girl was on a
what
run.
happened?
She was University of Georgia.
Molly Tibbetts? And do you blame Biden for Molly Tibbetts' death because she was killed by an undocumented immigrant?
Partly because he let all of them in.
Really? Because that happened under Trump's administration. Molly Tibbetts died
No, I'm
under
not
Trump's...
talking about. I don't know what
Molly
girl you're
Tibbetts
talking
died
about,
under...
but I'm talking
Molly
about the
Tibbetts
girl
was
from
killed by an
Georgia.
undocumented immigrant under Trump's
Yeah,
administration.
Laken Riley.
But that doesn't. That
Yeah,
doesn't
but
make
like
it
you
right
got
no
tricked.
matter
You got
what.
tricked because that happened under Trump's. So again, you don't blame Trump for that, but you blame Biden. Interesting.
Lincoln Riley did
Riley
not. I
happened
don't
under
believe
Biden's
in that.
administration.
What did you say?
Lincoln Riley, she got murdered under Biden's administration.
Yeah, and again, Molly Tibbetts, that happened under Trump, and you don't blame Trump for that.
Yeah, it doesn't make it right no matter what. I just think that illegals are going to come into our country no matter what, but I don't, just because one person is not causing crime and another one is causing crime doesn't make it right for them to be in our country and crossing the border illegally. That's
Yeah,
that's
I
how
mean,
okay.
it's
Well,
kind
no,
of a
but
slap in
it
the
doesn't mean they
face.
should be deported. If they haven't committed a violent crime or bad crime, what is the reason they should be deported?
because
Because
they're
it's kind of a
criminal.
slap in the face to everyone
They're
who waited in
criminal.
line.
Okay, so you want to enforce the law. If you want to enforce the law, why did you vote for a convicted criminal held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman that pardoned violent rioters who beat cops and were convicted of it and then called them patriots after he pardoned them? Explain to me.
So like,
You can
so
say
like,
that
bro,
about the
look,
other
I
party
have
too.
look,
No,
about a
you
lot of
can't.
stuff.
The other party did not pardon violent rioters who beat cops and
So-
were convicted of it and then called them
So, bro.
patriots right after. No, that never happened.
So, bro, look, like I have family who's immigrated here, but it's a slap in the face to them to just come across the border and not go through a legal process that
How?
we had to go to, and not assimilate to the culture.
Wait,
The
wait,
same
wait.
as,
What do
like,
you mean
the
by
Haitians, that's the
assimilate to
whole
the
thing.
culture? What the hell does that mean?
I think that we're a Christian country on Christian values,
Oh,
and I
okay.
think that's where we should continue.
By the way, undocumented immigrants and documented immigrants, right, are coming from countries around the world in which oftentimes have higher Christian populations. Secondly, you don't have to be Christian to assimilate. I'm not Christian. Is that wrong?
Absolutely not. You can believe whatever you want.
Yeah.
So then let
that's the
anyone
beauty
who
of
else
America.
comes to the country, right, because this is a secular country with religious freedom, let them not be Christian as well. We
I
aren't a
didn't say you had
Christian
to be
nation. We're a
Christian. I said it
secular
was-
nation with freedom of religion.
Right, but we're on Christian values. If you're not going
No,
to
we're not.
assimilate to the culture, I don't think we should have a bunch
Wait,
of...
wait, wait. Is it Christian values to treat foreigners differently than you treat people native born to your country? Because I know in your Bible it tells you not to do that. Yet
Well,
it
in
is
the Bible, it
in
also
your
talks
Bible it
about
tells you to
protecting
treat
the
people who are
house.
foreign born the same
In
as
the
people who
Bible, it
are
also
native born
talks
to the
about-
country. But now you want so many fucking immigration policies to not treat people that way. So do you
Right,
want to
and I
treat
can
people
also
in
talk
accordance with
about-
Christian values, or do you not want to treat them in accordance with Christian
Right.
values?
Well, I can also talk about in the Bible where it says to protect your own house. Right. So, Bible
and
says
you're
a lot of
protecting
things.
your own house by inviting a sexual abuser into the position of presidency.
Well, he's been in. If you're talking
you're
about
okay
Trump,
with him being
Trump was
there?
born here. I'm okay with Trump being in. I think he's better than the other option.
And what makes you think that? Because he's out there protecting pedophiles. He's out there held civilly liable of sexual abuse. He said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10
Well,
years.
both parties.
He bragged about
protect,
walking the changing rooms of
PDFs.
girls in Miss USA because he quote unquote owns the place to inspect them without their consent. I mean, I can point to a
I
million
think-
things.
I think you can agree that both parties protect PDFs. I think you can agree.
Yeah, if you can give me any evidence that Kamala Harris had any type of ability to be able to release any information relating to the Epstein files and didn't, I would love to see that. Provide me anything because they were sealed prior.
Well, why couldn't she? If she
They were
you're saying
sealed.
if
They
she
were
was
sealed
elected.
prior. I'd love to see what jurisdiction she had in order to do that.
Well, you're saying if she got elected, then why couldn't she? The president could.
Wait.
right?
Okay, if she was
If
elected,
Trump can, then why can't she?
if she was elected, that would be a different story. She wasn't elected. Also, by the way, the other person left.
Right? No, I'm not talking about. I thought you're saying if she was elected.
Elida,
But
thank
she's
you so
not
much. Really
elected.
appreciate the $20.
How
Thank you
could
so much.
she-
I really appreciate. Thank you
How
so
could
much.
she release it as VP?
You know, you
I don't
protect
know.
this house by actually allowing for greater levels of immigration.
No, I disagree.
Really,
Yeah, definitely.
really. So like,
I
what
think
make
we need
okay,
the right immigrants
so-
in, which is like what
immigrants
Trump
when they-
did with the gold card. That's cool. Like, okay, pay 100, 200,000, then come
Wait,
in.
it was
Then we
five.
know
It
you
was
got money
5
to
million,
assimilate to
and
the
why is
culture.
that okay?
I think that's cool. I think that's a good idea. Invites business minded people into the U.S. You know, obviously smart people. If you can make whatever 5 million.
Okay, so then you understand that so you're gonna say it's gonna benefit our economy?
Yeah, I think you can agree that there's
Yeah.
smart people.
Did you know that?
Like
Did you know
Trump,
that
I think
immigration in
he
general
could-
benefits
Trump's
the
a smart
economy?
person.
Did you know
I don't think
immigration
he
in
could be-
general benefits the economy according to the Congressional Budget Office? The immigration surge that
Yeah,
happened under
legal.
the immigration surge that happened under the Biden-Harris administration, undocumented and documented, is going to lead to an $8.9 trillion increase to the GDP by 2034.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, and I didn't see that.
You
I
know,
didn't
that's the
see any-
Congressional Budget Office, so you can sit there and
didn't
say
see
you
a
don't agree,
good,
but there's no evidence for that.
Well, in my economy here in the U.S., I didn't see a big difference with Biden. I actually saw things get worse. I mean, things are getting better now.
So okay, so then what got worse with Biden because of Biden?
I mean, wow, the gas was horrible. Everything was horrible. Immigration,
How did Biden cause
gas.
gas to be more expensive?
See, this is what you're asking me how Biden did it, but I'm telling you what I experienced, my firsthand experience.
I understand, but
When Biden was in
I understand,
office,
but how did
you
Biden
guys
cause
know.
that? How did
Hey,
Biden cause
and
that?
somebody said I'm a colonizer. I guess I am. You know?
How many
That's what I-
how did Biden
we were found on
how did
colonizing.
yeah, that's bad. How did Biden cause
I think it's a good thing.
you
I mean,
think
they were ripping people's heads off before.
you disgusting piece of shit. He just literally said it was justified to colonize and slaughter, right, indigenous Americans. Get the fuck off my stream, you disgusting piece of shit. That's fucking horrible. That's so atrocious. Yo, it's how old are you?
18
What's your birth year?
February
Birth,
2007.
yeah, so do you support Donald Trump?
I'm gonna be honest. Fuck Donald Trump.
Nice. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. I need to put my I forgot because I restarted my live. I need to click on it and copy my Venmo and then put it into the chat. Give me 1 second, everyone. Then we're gonna get on to the next person real quick. Alrighty, let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Alrighty. Give it 1 second, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yep.
What's your birth year?
2006.
What month?
February.
That doesn't make any sense. If you do support Donald Trump, that's gross. Fenton, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria to join the stream. If you're on YouTube, like that stream. Let's try to get to 2,000 likes, everybody. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Let's try to get to 1 million likes, everybody. Let's go on to the next person real quick. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
What's your birth year?
2007.
What month?
July.
And do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Why so?
Well, can I get to... In the last person, you were talking about how Trump was pardoning people or whatever, right?
Mhm.
But didn't Joe Biden pardon his son?
His son's not a violent criminal.
Okay, but still, didn't he pardon his son, who was
Yeah.
a criminal
And
for
I do-
tax fraud?
One, I do disagree with that. Two, I don't think it was tax fraud. I think it was a gun-related charge.
Still, whatever it is, he still pardoned him.
Yeah, and I disagree with that, but I don't think that's comparable to a violent crime.
But does that matter? He still pardoned a criminal.
Okay. I never said he didn't.
Yeah, but you were talking about how Trump's corrupt for doing it, but didn't Biden do
I
it?
said Trump's corrupt for inciting a violent insurrection on the Capitol and then pardoning violent rioters who beat cops on January 6th and then called them patriots after. I don't think those are comparable.
I mean, they're both criminals, so...
Would you have pardoned your son?
Don't know, I'm not the president. And I don't have a son.
for the crime that he was convicted of. Would you have pardoned him?
I don't have a son, so I can't speak on that.
Okay, I think you can. I think you can, even if you don't have a son. I think you can answer. Would you say that you can answer questions in which even if you don't have a son, about like how you would treat your son?
Yeah.
Okay, so then can you answer the fucking question?
Okay, I mean, I don't know. I'm not in that situation, so I can't say
You
if
don't
I'd
need to
pardon.
be in this situation in order to answer. It's a hypothetical.
Hypothetically, I mean, the same charges you said it was a gun charge.
Yeah, like some gun related charge. Would you pardon your son?
I don't know. Okay, what if my son killed somebody? Would I still pardon him?
Well, that's a violent crime.
It's still a crime, just like people
Do you
crossing the
understand
border.
there's a big distinction between a violent crime and a non-violent crime?
Yes, but they're both criminals, and you still pardoned them.
Well, you voted for a criminal.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily agree with Trump pardoning those people, nor Biden. I'm just saying you can't.
No, but you
Talk
voted for a criminal himself.
He's not a criminal.
He is a criminal. He's a convicted criminal held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman. Yeah, he is. He was convicted of 34 felonies. Falsification of business records in the first degree, which is a Class C felony in the state of New York because
He
of
was
predicate
wrongfully
crime.
convicted.
What's up?
He was wrongfully convicted.
Okay, wait. You said he was wrongfully convicted. What makes you think he was
Yes.
wrongfully convicted?
I mean, I don't really know.
The beyond a reasonable doubt determination from the 12 jurors?
Don't know. I mean, I didn't really look too much into
Don't
that.
know. So you haven't looked into it, but he's wrongfully
really.
convicted. Really? You haven't looked into it, but yet you know he's wrongfully convicted? That's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
How could you know that he was wrongfully convicted if you never looked into it?
I don't know. That's just what I'm saying. I don't. Wait. So what was his charges again? Like, what did he do?
Falsification of business records in the first degree, which is a Class C felony in the state of New York. And watch him now not care about the crimes.
Okay, no, but all right. So I didn't look too much into it. So I'm confused. So if he got convicted of 34 felonies, correct?
Yeah.
Wait, was that when he was the president?
No, it was prior.
Okay, then why? So what happened after that? Whenever he got convicted, what, like?
It was after his first presidency and before his second.
Okay, but okay, yeah. Still, I voted for him because he's better than Kamala or Camilla, however you say your name.
Kamala, in what way?
The immigration policies, ICE. That is
What specific immigration policy?
ICE.
Oh, you support ICE going in without verifying who they are, without a warrant, going in, kidnapping people, ripping them out of their communities who haven't committed violent crimes or bad crimes?
I mean, there's no distinction. You can't know who's good or bad, but they're still bad, and they got to get out.
Wait, so you understand that you can't tell whether or not someone is actually in the country undocumented unless you give them due process, right?
Okay, well, I mean, that part is a little like, yeah, but I mean, they're still illegal. Like, if you know that a person is illegal, I agree with that. The part where you're taking people who aren't or whatever that I seen.
Anyone in the country who's undocumented who has not committed a violent crime or bad crime does not deserve to be ripped out of their communities.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
They
don't. That's fucking horrible. They're criminals. You voted for a criminal, and you didn't even. You could say they were wrongfully convicted. The undocumented immigrant wasn't even convicted, and you're calling them a criminal. They weren't even convicted, and you're calling them a criminal. They didn't even get due process, and you're calling them a criminal. But Trump gets due process. Trump goes through the context of the system, and you don't fucking accept it. And you say it was wrongful conviction.
Okay, but all right, hold on. So, do you agree, yes or no, that violent criminals that aren't legal need to be deported? Do you agree with that? Yes. So, how can you tell if they're violent or not violent?
Due process.
Okay, but you know how long that would take due process with there being how many ever immigrants there are because Biden let them in?
Just because it takes long to do due process doesn't mean we shouldn't do due process. That's like saying we can't do due process for all the crimes that happen in the United States because there's so many crimes that happen in the United States that it would take too long to go through the context of the court process. So we can just throw whoever we want in prison because it would take too long to go through the due process for every single American.
There's still, they don't have their papers, so they still it's just they don't have their papers, so they can get out.
Yeah, so if you haven't committed a violent crime or bad crime, give them a pathway to citizenship, and it'll be easy for law enforcement to prevent anyone who has committed violent crimes and bad crimes from coming into the country, because it will incentivize people to go through the legal process.
Okay, but I mean, they're still illegal immigrants. So if you know they're an illegal immigrant, do you agree that they should get kicked out of the country or no?
With due process, they get due process because of the 14th Amendment. It's
yes,
everyone in the country. So if you want to violate the Constitution, right, you could go for it, but that's incredibly fucked up.
So, okay, the main thing every Trump supporter or whatever says is the immigration laws, right? That's probably what you get most of the time.
So, I mean, a lot of people talk about immigration laws, but what's the point? You haven't given like a reason why you think that.
The reason why I agree that it's right is because whether they're violent or not violent, they're still illegal immigrants. So I don't see the distinction between either one of them.
Hey, everyone in the chat, Stingy16, what reason do you have to believe that?
They don't know that.
Did you say you voted? Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I voted.
if you just turned 18, how did you vote?
All right, well, you have a good day.
Good catch, chat. Good catch. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I am 18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
And why is that? And what's your birth year?
2006 November.
Okay, and why do you support Donald Trump?
I don't know. I just think he's really, really cute, and I want to kiss him on his lips.
Diabolical take. Diabolical take. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Mm-hmm.
What's your birth year?
2007.
What month?
October.
That makes no sense. You'd be 17. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream for the 3,000 people who are on YouTube.
Fuck your pussy cat!
You're so fucking gross. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. We're just looking for some debates. Let's get the next person up here. If you want to support me, as always, again, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Alrighty, everyone. Do give it a second for people to join up. If you're on YouTube, keep liking that stream. Let's try to get to 2,000 likes, everyone. For the 3,000 people on the stream, yo, what's up? How old are you?
23.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
02.
Okay, why do you support Donald Trump?
Lots of reasons.
Like?
Lower interest rates.
He has no effect on the interest rates. That's related to the Federal Reserve, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, which he's advocating for lower interest rates, and the chairman of the Federal Reserve is not, budging because he doesn't give a shit what Trump says.
Lower this year than what it was when Biden was in office.
It would have gone down at a faster rate if it wasn't for Donald Trump's tariffs. That's literally what the Federal Reserve said.
Yeah, I understand that.
So if it wasn't for Trump, we would have lower interest rates.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Okay. So, do you have a response to that? Or Kaylee, thank you
That's
so much for
like
$5. Thank you. For real.
Maybe or maybe not.
Then do you want to respond with a specific or no? Alyssa, thank you so much. I appreciate the $4. Thank you.
You
Christopher, thank
can't
for the
really
dollar.
tell what the Federal Reserve's going to do, regardless of who's president.
Yes, you can. Because the Federal Reserve told us.
Oh, so you believe everything the government tells you?
I believe what the Federal Reserve tells us about what the Federal Reserve is going to do.
So I don't know if I agree with that.
But you don't believe the Federal Reserve about what they're going to do?
No, because we've had people in the past that say they're going to do one thing and then do not do it.
Okay. I'm just saying it's the most reliable information about what they're going to do in terms of interest rates.
Yes and no. I can see where you're coming from.
Okay. So then do you want to respond to that or no? Purdy, again, thank you for the description.
Yeah, I probably can't think of a description. I don't know. I just I wanted to get on here and talk. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I got to work in the morning.
So you have no reason to support Donald Trump? You just do?
Yeah, basically. I thought he was a better president, and I thought he had better, how do I want to put it? He had better objectives as far.
Do you still think that?
Not really.
Okay,
but
so if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
Donald Trump, 100%.
And why is that?
I don't think Kamala had any good attributes. I
Can you
just
name
think this
one bad
country,
attribute of Kamala Harris?
one bad attribute, hiding all Joe Biden's how do I put it? Hiding all Joe Biden's. Well, I mean, what the Trump administration is bringing up about what Joe Biden and them hid over his presidential term.
Like,
Well, I don't watch the news that much, so I really don't know, but I catch snippets here and there. Oh, obviously, you know what I'm talking about.
you obviously don't.
No, like I just said, I don't watch the news all the time
So
because I don't really
you don't even know what you're
care.
talking. So you don't know a single bad thing about Kamala Harris.
Well, yeah, I do. That's what I just said.
Okay, and then name the specific bad thing about Kamala Harris.
Oh, it's not my job to know the specifics.
Well, you're currently on the live arguing that there's something bad about Kamala Harris, but you can't mention what specifically that is.
It just says, why do you support Trump? That's why I support Trump.
Yeah, but you can't give reasons why you support Trump. You can't give reasons why Kamala Harris is worse, and yet you are so confident in saying that. Alexi, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% in agreement with voting Donald Trump, especially for the second term. But I thought, just out of my basic knowledge as a basic human, that he was the better fit.
Okay, but you had no reason to believe that.
I mean, that was just based off of,
Can you
the
name
way I
one
felt.
policy he passed that you like?
No tax on overtime.
Okay, so that's a provision within his policy. The overall effect of the policy led to a decrease in after-tax income for the bottom 20% of income earners.
Okay.
Do you not think that's bad?
I mean, I'm not saying it's good, but people should strive to make more than $20,000 a year.
Well, that's not what I said. I said people have a decreased after-tax income for the bottom 20% of income earners.
Yeah. So what is the set 20% of income earners?
The bottom.
What's that?
What are the
baseline?
bottom 20% of income earners?
Yeah. What's the baseline of that?
Does that matter? Do you want to? Do you want in
essentially.
terms of the policy? Are you okay with taking from the bottom 20% of income earners and then giving tax breaks to the top 1%?
Well, do I believe that someone that makes $20,000 a year versus someone that makes $60,000 a year should be hit with the same amount of taxes?
You think
No.
they should have different tax rates? So obviously, someone who makes more money should pay a higher rate in taxes. Correct?
Correct. I agree with that upon that. But I don't think that they should get a break just because they make lower money. You got to have something to strive for in life. I mean, a person going out, working 10 hours a week, complaining about survival because they're working 10 hours a week versus someone that's working 60 hours a week.
I'm confused. Do you think someone should have to work 60 hours a week in order to be able to survive?
No, but I don't think someone should have to work 10 hours a week and, be able to survive off of, government support.
Okay, so you think that someone who can't work more than 10 hours a week should just starve to death?
No, but that's what I said, these people that are abusing the government support.
Oh my God. People say abusing government support. How are they abusing the government support? Just by using it?
Able-bodied people that are able to work, not working.
So able-bodied people working, not working when they can work. Okay. So if you can work and don't work, so like JD Vance?
Yeah. I mean, technically he does work. He is the vice president.
I mean, he literally has been going on vacation after vacation after vacation after vacation, right?
I mean, I don't know, but again, I'm not the vice president, so I don't know what that job description. I don't know the.
I mean, if
ins and outs of that.
Oh yeah, so like I mean, if it's Donald Trump, whatever, you know what I mean. But if it's Kamala Harris or if it's anyone else, then it's a big issue. Or if it's like literally like someone in need who needs like healthcare access.
No, that's not what I said. I said the people that are not able-bodied to work.
Yeah. Okay. Again, you think should people starve to death if they don't work, if they choose not to?
No, but that is their
No?
choice.
So, but you think there should be governmental resources to provide for them in situations in which they do not provide for themselves in that way, right? Okay, he left. Soul, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Alrighty. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello.
How old
I'm
are you?
18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
18. Yeah.
What's your birth year?
2007.
What month?
March.
Why do you support Donald Trump?
Well, I was actually going to ask you a question if that's right.
Sure.
Okay. Vapes or air?
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
What's your birth year?
2006.
What month?
November.
Why do you support Donald Trump? They just left. Okay. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream, everyone. Let's try to get to 1,000 likes, everyone. We're almost there. We're almost to 1,000 likes. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen to try to get to 1,000,000 likes. And if you're on, if you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request again if you meet that set of criteria on the screen. Alrighty. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
No, I have a question for you, though.
We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Please only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Mariana, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $1. Thank you. Ava, thank you for the 25 cents. Thank you. Seriously, though. Purdy, thank you for the $4.20. Thank you so much. I would send you what it is. But I would have to keep it. I don't have one I would like tell the public or anything because I don't want people sending anything. Hannah, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. And Kate, thank you so much for the $25. Kate, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And Xavier, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $3. Thank you. LeBron is the GOAT. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, shut your bitch ass up, bro. Fuck you.
You're a fetus. So let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria. Oh, it's not on the screen. I'm sorry. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Donald Trump's a scumbag.
Yep. Catherine, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go on to the next person, everyone. If you're on YouTube, keep liking that stream. Helps push it out to more people. Lyle, thank you for the $1.50. Thank you. Pretzel, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you. And Hannah, thank you for the $10. Alrighty, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Let's go to the next person real quick. Alrighty. Alrighty, everyone. We should be on for another, I want to say 4 hours. Or 3 hours. 3 hours. We should be on for 3 more hours. Sorry. Samuel, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
Why so?
Hey, you're a sissy point. You need a girl bear, you.
So the next person, literally a child, so disgusting. Let's go to the next person. Elysian, thank you for the $2. Thank you. Of course. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 4 years old.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I am the youngest person ever.
Oh, I thought they said 40. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
25.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
2000.
What month?
April.
And why do you support Donald Trump?
Well, I want to circle back to the pricing, the prices, interest rates, and all that. As soon as Biden got in office, he shut down the pipeline, and he wanted to import gases, fuel, everything from other countries instead of doing it from this country.
The XL pipeline, right? Is that the one you're referencing?
Yes.
That was to import like oil from Canada. Did you know that?
Yes.
So why would you give an example as to why he didn't want to import products, or why of him wanting to import products, of him like limiting that? One, he didn't limit that. That was actually the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the one that cut it off.
Why not supply our own stuff? Why get it from somewhere else?
You should be asking Trump that, because didn't the pipeline do that?
Biden is the one that shut it down. Trump is trying to do it.
The pipeline
on
was
our land.
the pipeline was importing, and no, Biden didn't shut it down. It was the Supreme Court, and Biden followed through with the Supreme Court order. You're saying Trump wouldn't have followed through with the Supreme Court order, then you're saying Trump would just continue violating the Constitution.
Yes.
You think that's good to violate the Constitution?
If it means creating this country better again, yes.
Okay, so should we deport all MAGA? Because that would make the country better.
No, it wouldn't. It would destroy the country just as it has been for the last 4
How would it
years.
destroy the country?
Look at where we're at. Everybody's struggling.
You said we can do anything as long as it makes the country better. Deporting MAGA would make the country better. Therefore, even though it's in violation of the Constitution, we should be allowed to do it. Deport MAGA?
Why should we?
Because it would make our country better.
I don't see how it'll make it greater.
Because we wouldn't have people who are undermining, who don't hold our core American values of, the rule of law, our court system, our democratic values, immigration. It's we need to have values as a country, and when we have such a group of people in the country that goes against our core American values so much, that means we shouldn't let them in the country, right? We should get MAGA out of the country, deport all MAGA, right?
Yeah, whatever you say.
That would be absurd, right? That would be absurd to say that, correct?
Yeah, it would.
Okay, so in the same connotation, right, you would say it's probably absurd in that context unless you give reason, right? So you got to do something you got to legally do stuff, correct? You can't just illegally do things. You have to follow what the Supreme Court indicates to be law of the land. So if they indicate it to be law of the land that you can't utilize the pipeline, then you can't utilize that pipeline. And by the way, that's just an aspect of the Keystone Pipeline. The Keystone Pipeline is still in operation.
Yeah, it is now. And now it's trying to make
it's been in operation. It didn't stop.
Okay. Can I get your opinion on the Second Amendment laws?
It's still in accordance with how we treat the law, given that it says well-regulated militia.
You don't think any of our weapons should be taken away?
Oh, yes. Yeah, plenty of them should be taken away.
I disagree with that.
Like miniguns, RPGs, nuclear weapons, none of those should be allowed for legal citizens to get access to, or anyone to get access to in general.
Well, we don't have access to that.
Exactly. So you agree with that?
I agree. We don't need that.
Okay. Exactly. So obviously some laws should exist to restrict some things. So what's the problem?
I just hear a lot of left side say that they want to take away the AR-15s and limit your rounds to your mags.
I don't mind doing
stuff like that.
I don't mind doing that.
Why do you...
I care hell of a lot more about bodily autonomy rights for women and pregnant individuals to get access to abortion than I care about the fucking access to an AR-15.
I disagree with abortions. I don't think anybody should abort a child.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
Why?
Because you're killing an innocent being for nothing.
You're killing an innocent being for nothing. Okay. And do you know that this leads to death as well?
Yes, in some medical cases, yeah, you might have to get an abortion. That is where I draw the line. Where it's a decision between you or the baby. That's where I draw the line.
Okay, so you understand that like you advocating against AR-15s being restricted will lead to more babies and kids dying, right?
I never.
Lisa, think of the $5. Sarah, think of the $10. Thank you so much. Purdy, thank you so much for the $4.20. I would have to remember it, Purdy. I actually don't remember it, to be honest. So I'll have to remind myself on a later day. You were saying?
Well, I don't know how we got into abortion when we were talking about the Second Amendment, but I don't think a woman should be able to abort.
Okay, and why is that wrong?
It's pretty much murder in my eyes.
Okay. So because it leads to a greater level of deaths of kids. Do you believe in mandated vaccines?
No.
That would save lives. You don't think it's okay to restrict bodily autonomy in order to be able to get access or in order to save human life?
The vaccine hasn't proven to save lives.
Yes, it has. There's a bibliography in my bio that demonstrates that to be true.
I haven't researched that.
Look at the bibliography in my bio. It's like 30 pages long with peer-reviewed studies, just over and over and over again.
Okay. But why should a mother be able to opt out?
Caitlin, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Caitlin. Because I see no reason as to why like they should have restricted access to abortion prior to sentience. Oh, Donald Trump apparently just posted this. He said, "We are having a news conference tomorrow in the White House. I'm going to make our Capitol safer and are more beautiful than it ever was before. The homeless have to move out immediately. We will give you places to stay, but far from the Capitol. The criminals, you don't have to move out. What? We are going to put you in jail where you belong. Okay, it's going to happen very fast, just like the border." We went from millions pouring in to zero in the last few months. This will be easier. Be prepared. There will be no Mr. Nice Guy. We want our capital back. That's what he said. He wants to apparently federalize D.C. That's also incredibly fucked. And also, by the way, he says zero, which is ridiculous. And also, criminals like him. So criminals like you. Really? You know, I'm actually going to post that right now. I'm going to be like you, criminals like you. Seriously? Like, I'm about to post that on Twitter right now. There we go. Posted. Gone. What's up? You want to respond?
No, I was just reading some of the comments in here. Talking about vasectomies because we men impregnate, but women open their legs to men that are not father.
So do you think women who are assaulted should have a restricted access to abortion?
No, they shouldn't dress.
No? Okay, so if it is the case that Donald Trump led to any woman in this country having a restricted access to abortion if they were assaulted, would you not support him?
No.
No? Okay, well, he did. He literally put people in the Supreme Court with the explicit reason of overturning Roe versus Wade with no federal laws, right, that exist in general in order to be able to provide people access to abortion in situations in which they've been assaulted. And wait. What do you mean? What did you say? They shouldn't dress? Can you finish that? Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, they shouldn't dress showing everything they have and trying to bring guys towards them. Pretty much being sluts, dressing like a slut.
You're fucking gross, dude. Are you blaming women for being assaulted because of what they were wearing?
No, but I'm saying a lot of them do to attract men.
Wait. You're a dude. You know that women in general are wearing clothes because they think they look cute. It's not because of you. It's because they think they look cute. Did
No
you
one
know
said it was
that?
because of me.
Yes, you did. It has nothing to do with men. It has everything to do with them wanting to look cute. And if it does have to do with them specifically wanting attention, why would that even matter to you? What does that
It
have to do?
doesn't.
What relation does that have to the conversation we were having?
You because you were talking and then you got distracted. Yeah, man.
So what? No.
What was
Why
I
did you just
saying?
randomly bring that up? Why would you just randomly bring that up even if I was distracted? What the fuck was the point of that?
What were we talking about?
Are you saying that women are you're saying that they deserve to be assaulted if they wear less clothing?
I think they should dress like a woman and not like a slut.
Oh, okay. You disgusting piece of shit. What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? What do you mean when you
Just
say
said what it means.
no? Tell me specifically. Be clear. What does it mean to be a quote unquote SLUT? What does that even mean? Like what wearing what clothing? What would that entail? That like say they go to the beach. Is that being an SLUT to you?
No, because you're at the proper environment.
Oh wait, what do you mean? Okay, so couldn't you say everywhere is the proper environment?
No,
No. Okay, so then what proper environments are you referencing?
like you said, a beach.
Okay, so they're wearing less clothing at the beach, but because it's a proper environment, somehow it doesn't matter. What is it? I don't see how that has any relation. Right? What does it mean to dress like an SLUT? Can you explain? Be very clear.
Yeah, when they're showing their cleavage or wearing shorts.
So showing any level of cleavage.
Yeah, you should cover them up.
So anything. So even the smallest little bit.
Okay, I'm done here.
Bro, dude, wait, why can't you just stop sexualizing women?
I don't.
Well, then why shouldn't they be able to wear clothing like that? Does your mom never wear clothing at all? Like that is like at all like showing anything? That's normal for every fucking woman. Every single woman I know in my life, right, thinks that's totally okay, and I think that's totally okay. So please explain to me why they're SLUTS, because it is the case that they show the smallest level of cleavage. Please tell me.
It's not always the smallest. Normally they
Oh,
wear
okay.
clothes
So now,
that
so
reveal a
please,
lot.
wait. So please tell me, what is too much? Is it okay for men to take off their shirts?
I don't know. Let's go to the next topic.
It's okay for men to show cleavage, huh?
We don't have cleavage.
Yes, we do. What's cleavage? What is cleavage? Oh, watch this, chat. Cooked. Incel cooked. Maga incel cooked. Now answer the question. What is cleavage? Can you answer?
Nope, stuck.
Any definition you give for what cleavage is will be applicable to you as a man, and you would say it's totally okay for you to take your shirt off, right, in public. You'd have no issue with that. You wouldn't think that should be illegal. You wouldn't call a man an SLUT specifically for taking a shirt off in public and running, like going on a jog. You wouldn't do that. Do you realize how absurd that would be?
Yep.
Okay, so then what the hell's wrong with you for saying that women are SLUTS just because they show the smallest level of cleavage? When you're totally okay with men taking their entire shirt off and running in public?
No, you won that one.
Yeah, I did. Lauren, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lauren. Valkyrie, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Can we get some W's for Valkyrie in the comment section? Nicole, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you. Libby, thank you so much for the $50 on Venmo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, they just left, by the way. I can't believe such people argue that. That's ridiculous. That's a red flag. That is such a red flag. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
Hi. I'm 18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
What?
What's your birth year?
My what?
What's your birth year?
Birth year?
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. Tiffany, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. True. Ashley, thank you for the $2. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
24.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
What's your birth year?
2000.
And you said you're how old again?
24.
What time? Or what month, I mean? Sorry.
November.
Okay. And why do you support Donald Trump?
I think primarily, like for me, it was kind of easier to read the stock market when he's president because of all the shit he tweets. And when Biden was president, I was low-key having trouble trying to analyze the stock market. So that's one main reason why I like Trump. I guess he's easier to kind of read.
Actually, there's less certainty within the markets because of tariffs.
Yeah, but then you know it's going to crash and you could just either sell and then buy the dip.
No, you don't know when it's going to crash, technically.
Technically, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So that's one thing. Two, as it relates to this, right? Wouldn't you want more certainty within the context of the markets to be able to estimate them more?
Yeah, but how certain can you be with the stock market? It's crypto.
You agree that when investors have more certainty within the market, that there are better trends in the market, correct?
Yeah.
So you agree that if there's less certainty within the market and more volatility, then you clearly shouldn't support that, right? Because you want better conditions for the market.
Of course.
Okay, so then you don't support Donald Trump.
I'd say that I do still.
Okay, why do you still support him?
I also kind of I support the idea of honestly, he's just such a he's not a good person, but I'd say that probably his policies are a little bit better than.
Name a policy of Trump's that you like.
I do like how he wanted to give harsher sentence to child molesters. I mean, chomos and sex offenders.
He never said this. He's a violent sex offender himself. Why would you vote for a violent sex offender hiding the Epstein files?
I didn't vote, but
why would you support a violent sex offender?
I don't.
You do. Donald Trump is a violent sex offender.
Says who?
He was held civilly liable of sexual abuse. Cassie, thank you so much for the $20 on Venmo. Thank you so much, Cassie.
Yeah, but I thought that was a hoax.
You're trolling.
No, I'm not trolling.
Yeah, they are. Oh, there's no way. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. As well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, 72. Excuse me.
And do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I have.
Why so?
Well, I love what he did with Iran.
You liked what he did with Iran? Why so?
Because I think the world's safer now.
How is the world safer now?
Because I think he's pretty much taken care of Iran's ability to keep enriching uranium.
He didn't. He only set them back 3 months.
Well, you don't know that. Don't even say that. You have no idea about that. Neither do I. But what he did.
AP News reported on that based upon U.S. intelligence
Oh, well,
reports.
that must be truthful then. Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, AP News is good independent media that reports on factual and American intelligence reports. Yeah.
3 months. Okay, so we're going to get invaded in 3 months? I don't think so. I think we've pretty much minimized Iran, minimized Hamas.
No, we only set them back 3 months. So they're 3 months back from the original position they were at.
No, disagree with you. That's your opinion, and you know what?
No, that's what
Keep
U.S.
saying-
intelligence reports indicate.
No. The U.S. intelligence doesn't say that. I
Yes, it
love
does.
that you're doing this. I want you to keep this up. It's why he won. It's why you guys aren't going to do much in 26, and I don't think you're going to do anything in 28.
So how did I cause Donald Trump to win?
34 felonies. He sexually abused kids. He went into a dressing room with kids. Have you ever been into a dressing room at a dance recital or any kind of?
No.
Paris?
I've never barged into changing rooms of girls without their
I've
consent
never
like Donald
barged
Trump.
in-
So I'm confused.
Never barged-
I'm confused. How
Let me
is me
finish.
acknowledging the bad things that he's done
finish.
bad
No.
on my behalf? How did I help him and get him to win by calling out the
Because-
bad behaviors of him?
Because all you give is half the story.
No, I don't. I told the whole story.
99% of the women that are in those kind of programs, even in Vegas, there's men in there, and most of them, 99% of them.
No, Donald
have
Trump
white
explicitly
suits
said
on
himself that there wasn't
or
men in
fast
there.
shoes. No, he never said there wasn't men. He never
Yes, he
said
did.
naked. He said "Kluk," and that was what was
He said
recorded.
no. He
But
said there was no men.
why do you think 71 million people?
I'll literally play it. I'm gonna play it. Hold up, listen. I want you to take a
Yeah.
listen real quick. Donald Trump literally said it himself.
You didn't answer my question. You've never been to any.
Well, listen.
I've had
listen
two
here.
daughters that have danced professionally.
great.
I'll go backstage before a show. Yes. And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible looking women.
So he said there was no men there. That's what he just said.
Yep. Okay, so you're absolutely correct. What you're leaving out is, I don't think if there were 100 women in that room, there were 2 or 3 that were naked. He's not going to see naked women. When you go into a dressing room,
He literally said that they were naked. He said they were
no,
naked.
he did not say naked. He never said
Listen.
naked. He said clothes. It wasn't
With
even
no
clothes.
clothes. I'm sorry.
No,
if
he
they're
never
standing
said
there
naked.
with no clothes on, what does that mean?
That's right. It means that they're in their leotards, which they wear because.
What?
Don't scream.
Dude,
Don't
no,
scream.
stop. No clothes means you're
Why did
naked.
71 million people?
No clothes means they're naked, Grandpa. Jesus Christ.
You really have to personally attack now? Why does 71 million people don't believe you?
Because
So I say keep it up.
Yeah, so
And
because
bring
it-
us 18-year-olds.
because it is
Say
the
they
case that
support
it's
Trump
it's
and
because
bring
they
it
didn't
through.
look into the information, right? And I have provided this information. I consistently talked about this all the time. You just saying 71 million people didn't believe it is not a response to my argument.
No, it's a fact.
I'm sorry. Okay, listen again. That's not a response to my argument, though. So again, we're
No,
referencing.
it is. In response to your argument, it was
It's not a
politically
response to my
motivated.
argument.
The Democrats have been trying to destroy Trump for 10 years from the moment he, quote, walked down the elevator. President Obama messed with the peaceful transition of power,
No,
which
he
I have
didn't.
been saying for
Wrong.
4 years.
Wrong.
He
He never messed it.
investigated
The only person that messed with the peaceful transfer of power is Donald Trump.
Wrong again.
Rory,
He
thank you
messed-
so much for the $20. Thank you so much, Rory. I really appreciate the $20. Thank you so much for Hey Caller. What is Donald Trump
Oh,
going to
you
do
too.
about France's nuclear weapons program, or that for that matter, Britain's? Because you are going to have to worry about both.
Britain
when
hasn't
you're.
called for the elimination of the United States or Israel.
What did you say?
Neither has Britain hasn't called for the elimination of Israel or the United States. Iran has, and if you think you'd be safer with Iran 3 months later have a nuclear power,
You know
I
who
feel bad.
also said that? There were people in Korea that said that during the Korean War. There were specifically people within North Korea still to this day that still say that, and yet we don't fucking bomb North Korea.
And again, Korea has had a limited capability. Iran has been messing with the
Limited
United
capability? Haven't they had
Limited
greater access to nuclear weapons?
No. Have you ever seen a night picture of North Korea versus South Korea?
Yes, I have.
What's it look like?
There's a huge distinction. I don't understand what your point is.
Well, a country that is totally blacked out, trust me, doesn't have any, if any, nuclear power. He's a lot of talk.
Wait, I'm pretty sure we have better reason to believe that they have nukes than do Iran.
And you can believe that, but you can be wrong. You
Wait,
don't
but
think
that's what
that
that's all the evidence is pointing towards, based upon U.S. intelligence reports.
No,
I know
that's
that you
not a
don't
true
like U.S.
statement.
intelligence reports, but
Not a
that's
true
factual.
statement. Not a true statement.
It is
That's
a true
made up by
statement.
you. And that's why people don't believe you, Parker. It really is.
You
There's
say
a few
people don't
things.
believe me, but if people believe me in the comment section, they're going to type 3 right now, and you're going to see how many people right now in the comment section just
They do.
spammed
And
3.
you know what?
Alexi, thank you so much for the
Everyone that
$10.
writes
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Everyone that writes that is probably going to vote for Trump, although most of them probably not going to be
You
old
think they're
enough.
going to vote for Trump?
No, excuse me. They're not going to vote for the Democrat. They're going to vote for the next Republican. And
Wait,
if you
you
spend
think
more
all the
time-
people typing 3 in the comment section are going to vote for the next Republican?
No. I said all the people in the comments, if I misspoke, let me correct. All the people in your comments are probably going to vote Democrat. But
Okay.
they're not enough to win.
Yeah, because they.
Not enough to
So what's your point?
My point is, if you lost, I would try to change my behavior to possibly win the next time.
Wait, I'm not the reason why we lost. You think I'm the reason why we lost?
I don't think you're the reason directly why he lost, but you're certainly not the reason why
Tuxedo, thank you
Harris
for $3.
lost.
Thank you so
You
much.
didn't help Harris one bit. Okay, and if
Wait,
women
if
voted
any,
for
I
Harris,
gained
Harris would've won.
thousands, 10,000s, right? If not hundreds of thousands of people to vote. What are you talking about?
No, where the 81 million go to vote for the Democrat? You think they like Trump better this time?
Wait,
than
I'm not
in-
disputing that we lost voters, but I'm saying that like if I didn't do what I did, that we would have had even less voters. So you saying that like
Well, see,
people shouldn't listen to me, people shouldn't engage with what I have to say, I think is ridiculous. And you're just saying that because you
saying
realize
what
the
you
level of
did didn't
influence I
work.
actually do have. Tuxedo, thank you for the
saying what
$3.
you
Thank you
did
so much.
didn't
Jen with the
work.
$2. Thank you. Lauren, thank you for the $2 for Jen said I'm Australian. I can't vote Democrat.
All I'm saying is you didn't win with your strategy.
Okay, and
And I don't think you're
you
gonna
didn't win
further.
in
I really
2020. You didn't win in 2020.
Yep.
What's your point?
Yeah, and when Trump got 76 million more than any president ever got that won but lost, I absolutely
Brenda, thank you
believe
for $3.
Biden got
Thank you.
81 million.
Harris
The
got
Democrats sold their soul to Biden, and they got stuck with Harris. Obama didn't want
sold their
Harris.
soul. That's so cringe.
They sold their soul to Biden
How'd they do that?
because they did everything. The 2 days before Tuesday, every one of the Democrats drops out to support the old white guy to beat Trump. You think Kamala would have beat him then? Do you think anybody would have beat him then? He wouldn't have. They used COVID.
They would have.
They propped up Biden.
I think
Biden's-
any Democrat would have beat Trump then. Now, if we want to reference specifically,
I wish-
like Joe Biden. Joe Biden got us into this position. I think that he shouldn't have run in 2024. He did, and I do think that he should have beat Trump even, given that he ran, because he's a better
No,
candidate
he
than
wouldn't.
Trump.
No. And that's, again, where you lose your credibility.
I
Just
don't
look
lose
at-
any credibility there. You lose your credibility
This-
supporting a guy held civilly liable of sexual abuse. One who
There we
pardoned
go.
violent rioters on January 6th who beat cops, literally were convicted of it, and then Donald Trump
You know
called
how
them
many people beat
patriots.
cops
You
every
don't
day?
listen to a single thing bad about Donald Trump, and everything you write
Was it?
off because
It's
you're a
not
cult
true.
member.
No.
You wait. Name
You're
one
wrong
thing
again.
Donald Trump could do that would get you
You're
to stop supporting the
projecting
guy.
with cults.
Name one thing Donald Trump could do that would get you to stop supporting the guy.
You ready for this? And I know you're going to love this. If Tulsi Gabbard had got appointed as a Democrat nominee, I'd have voted for her because I think she's a
No,
brilliant woman.
name
But
something
that's
that
the
name
Russian
something
woman.
that Donald Trump could have done that would have got you to not support him anymore.
What Donald Trump could have done to not support him anymore. Act like Kamala.
What in what way? You have to be specific.
In just a, I absolutely don't remember. It was one of her first and few town meetings where the very first question that she was asked by a young couple, don't know whether they had kids, but they said, we're married and we're really concerned about inflation, and what are you planning on doing about it? And why should we vote for you? I'm paraphrasing, not speaking verbatim. And she went on a 2-minute tirade of she's middle class. She never answered the question.
Expected time frame that detainees will spend here days, weeks, months, and does that have anything to do with the immigration judges you just spoke about being trained and staffed here?
When you say, what was the first part of your question?
Is there a
What
specific
does that
time
change
frame
about
you
what's happening
expect the detainees to spend here? Days, weeks, months?
In Florida?
Yes, here at
I'm
Alligator
going to
Alcatraz.
spend a lot. Look, this is my home state. I love it. I love your government.
I'm glad you
I love
brought that
all
up.
the
Can I
people around.
comment
These are
on
all
that?
friends of mine. They know them very well. I mean, I'm not surprised that they do so well. They're great people.
Here's the
Ron
difference
has been a
between
friend
you
of
and I,
mine for a
Harry.
long time. I feel very comfortable in the state. I'll spend a lot of time here. I want to, for 4 years, I've got to be in Washington, and I'm okay with it because I love the White House. I even fix up the little Oval Office. I make it, it's like a diamond. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It wasn't maintained properly, I will tell you that. But even when it wasn't, it was still the Oval Office, so it meant a lot. But I'll spend as much time as I can here. My vacation is generally here because it's convenient. I live in Palm Beach. It's my home. And I have a very nice little place, nice little cottage to stay at, right? But we have a lot of fun, and I'm a big contributor to Florida. Pay a lot of tax, and a lot of people move from New York, and I don't know what New York is going to do.
Watch this. He won't be able to answer this question. What was the question?
So here's the difference between me and you.
What was the question?
That was a horrible answer.
What was the question? What was
horrible
the question?
Answer to that question.
What was the
Horrible
question?
answer.
What was the question?
No. If you could say,
what
Mike,
was the question?
That was a horrible answer that
What was the
gave.
question? He can't do it. What was the question?
How long were the detainees supposed to spend there? See how easy I can speak the truth?
Sure. And Donald Trump had no response to that. You agree that Donald
You're
Trump had no response to that.
absolutely right.
So why don't you
You're
ever look at
absolutely
clips like that? Because I'd love to see a
Yeah,
clip
I
like
do.
Harris that's
I
at all.
did.
I would
do.
love to see a clip
I
of
do.
Harris. I would love to see a clip of Harris that's at all comparable.
You know the clip I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Yeah, then you're not as smart as you profess to be. Because
How smart did I say I was?
That you say many times. But I also have can I ask you just 2 questions? And I promise
I do
won't
know I'm
go
smarter
in.
than you, though. And thank you for the
No,
$20.
that's
Thank
good.
you so much on
That's
YouTube.
good.
Super chat. Thank you.
2 questions. I know you don't like Alligator Alley, and even understand all the reasons why you don't like it. Do you know that there has been a correctional jail prison in the Everglades for at least 20 years? And do you know where it is?
Tell me.
It's right at the Four Corners. It's still called West Miami, but it's where the Miccosukee Indian Reservation is on one corner, a truck stops on the other corner, and on the southeast corner is a huge correctional facility in the middle of the Everglades that has been there for years.
Okay.
Please check it out. And the last thing I really have to
And
ask
by the
you
way,
is-
people who are being sent to Alligator Alcatraz without due process rights, and
Due
we're talking about
process. I love
undocumented
that
immigrants who
word.
have not committed violent crimes or bad crimes,
I
and
love
there are
that
even
word.
claims of U.S. citizens being there.
Parker, you don't understand that what you're saying isn't working. And that's what amazes me more than anything.
So instead of responding intellectually to anything that I say, you just say I'm not working or
That's-
something like
that's
that. Like
pretty- no,
what
no,
I'm
no,
saying
I
is
think
not
you-
working. I'm sorry,
I think you have
just
a
because
great
it's not
job.
computing in your brain because you're not able
No,
to
no,
critically
it's-
think about what I
it's
have to
not
say because you're
computing
so
in my
ingrained
brain.
into the MAGA
It's
cult
computed
doesn't
into the
mean
electorate.
that what I'm saying doesn't make any sense. Because you're cutting me
It
off and
didn't
because you're not
work.
listening to what I'm saying doesn't
It
mean
didn't
what I'm
work.
saying is not make any sense.
You lost the Senate and the House.
Dude, how was that because of me?
You
What did I
did
do?
nothing
Tell me. Answer
to
the question.
protect
What
it.
did I do?
It's the way you're behaving. You're not gaining support from the people.
What
you
did
think-
I do? Tell me, what did I do?
Your whole dissertation that you run through of 34 felonies. He wanted to he raped this woman. He wasn't raped. It's a civil court. Don't go into it. What I'm telling you is your 5-minute.
So fucking disgusting, dude. I can't do it, dude. I can't talk to people like that, dude. It's unbelievable. It's actually unbelievable. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Brenna, thank you so much for the $3. Thank you. C Cypher, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $20 on Cash App. Thank you so much, C Cypher. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
What's your birth year?
07.
What month?
January 12th.
I don't know. I just, for some reason, I don't believe you, dude. I'm so sorry. Let me make sure I'm caught up on YouTube, everyone. Let me make sure I'm caught up on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, do tap that screen. If you're on YouTube, like the stream. It'll help get it out to more people. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Let me put it on the screen. Rory, thank you so much for the £2. Thank you. Alrighty, let's get the next person up here. Let me go to YouTube real quick. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
What's your birth year?
07.
What month?
February 14th. February 14th.
February 14th, 2007. Is there a way you can get close to your mic?
Excuse me?
Is there a way you can get close to your mic? It's really hard to hear you. Rory, thank you so much for the £2. Thank you. Twice.
I
Thank you
didn't
so
even-
much. I really okay. It's
I
really.
didn't even realize that.
You have a huge echo. You have a huge echo. Rory, thank you for the £2. Lauren, thank you for the $2. Thank you. Jen with the $2. Thank you. Tuxedo, thank you for the $3.33. Alexi, thank you so much for the $10. Gloomy with the $5. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Lauren with the $20. Thank you so much. Ashley with the $2. Rory with the $2. Thank you. Valkyrie, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Sage with the $5. Rory with the $2. Thank you. Cray, thank you so much for the $15. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the stream. On the screen. That's fucking gross, Chad. That's so gross to hear. Oh my god, that's fucking nuts. Thank you for telling me. That's so fucking gross. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Let's go on the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I know. I just want to say,
Hey everyone, we are just looking for some debates. Please, everyone, only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat, along with the fact that it is pinned to my pinned comments in my comments section. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
18. What month?
February
I said what year? Sorry.
2007.
Okay. Why do you support Donald Trump?
You're a faggot and you need to grow up hair.
You're disgusting as fuck. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the stream. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
You said how old?
18.
What's your birth year?
2007 of February.
Okay, why is everyone 18, 2007 February? I'm kicking people off if they give me that fucking birth year. Like, every single person. Like, it was the past how many people? No way. No fucking way. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Bear down. The Bears are winning the Super Bowl.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the stream. Gwyneth, thank you so much for the $25. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Gwyneth. Thank you. Give me some W's for Gwyneth in the comment section right now. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
What's your birth year?
March
Oh, what year?
2007.
Why do you support Donald Trump?
He, what's it called, made the abortion, he restricted it in America.
And why is that good?
Abortion's murder.
Okay. Why do you think abortion is murder?
Because if you believe that life begins at conception, which I believe it does, then it's murder. Abortion is ending that.
Do you think it's murder to pull the plug on an individual in your family that's brain dead?
Yes.
They're cellularly alive. If life begins at conception, because it's cellular life, well, then you're unaliving cellular life. Therefore, under your view, it's murder. So the
Yes, it
unaliving
is.
of
I said it is.
So you think it's murder to pull the plug on an individual in your family that's brain dead?
Yep.
Do you think people should go to prison for pulling the plug on individuals in their family that are brain dead?
No.
No. Okay. So you don't think murderers should go to prison? Multi-guest access restricted. What? Dude, I didn't even get to 2 flags. Dude, again? I'm so annoyed with this, dude. Again? Dude, it's just everything is happening on the live. I didn't even get 2 flags yet. Everything is going wrong. Can the appeal work? No, the appeal didn't work. So I have to send the same fucking report a problem. Dude, this is so frustrating, man. It's how many fucking times is this gonna happen? Let me send it back again. Let's try again. Amber, thank you for the $25 on PayPal. Thank you so much, Amber. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for Amber in the comment section right now. Hey, for the 4.8 thousand people here on TikTok, I'm gonna try and go onto a different platform, either my third account, Parker Get a Real Job, or Parker Got a GF here on TikTok. I'll see if I can get access to either of those. I don't quite know if I will. I'll try to see if I can. I'll go check. If not, everyone go to Parker Get a Job here on YouTube. We're gonna do a few more hours left of debates there, everyone. Chat, if I make it 821 plus, people will just lie and say 21. So there's nothing beneficial I get from saying 21 plus. Plus, I just want to let everyone know, if I said 21 plus, I wouldn't be able to allow Dino on my stream. So like, I don't think 21 plus is a good idea. But I love everyone. I will see everyone here in a bit. I'll be right back. I'll hit a restart. I'll either be on Parker Got a GF, or I'll be on Parker Get a Real Job. Otherwise, I'd recommend to go to Parker Get a Job on YouTube, everyone.